Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go.
Hey, it's the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Back to my boxing. Nah, man, Lucas Brown, man, versus Dillian Whyte finally happened. A lot of trash talk happened, and it ended not the way Lucas Brown thought it would happen. And, man, it was a crazy fight. Now, Lucas Brown, he's finally, you know, he's finally awake. And, man, he got some pretty bad injuries when he got knocked out by Dillian Whyte, man. That left hook definitely destroyed Lucas Brown's face. He posted on Twitter. You guys see the timeline um, about this guy's face. Now he tweeted, "Not many understand what goes on behind the scenes in boxing. Now 10 days after the fight, 9 stitches and a broken nose. That's a bad day at work for me. One mentally off day can result in a lot of pain and suffering. Full respect to anyone who gets in the ring or cage." So there you guys have it from Lucas Brown himself, man. That knockout from Dillian Whyte was devastating, man. It was a shocker, man. And Lucas Brown don't even remember most of the stuff that happened in that fight. Now, Lucas Brown did say this as well, right? he said he said, okay, and I quote, "I watched the fight for the first time just then. My hands were way too low and very heavy and slow. Perfect fight by Dillian Whyte, and my apologies for looking so shit in there. It will never happen again. I can assure you of that. I'm embarrassed and apologetic." See, man, there you guys have it, man. He basically didn't even recollect what happened until he watched it over again and realized his own flaws. Um, you know, and it's really bad when you're in the ring and later on you watch the fight and you realize all things you did are wrong, and they're pretty amateur mistakes, like having your hands down. Those are things you shouldn't have to look at the tape to really figure that out. I don't know, maybe he shouldn't have trained where he trained at. Maybe he needs the new trainer or something, but a lot of that's personal, man. I never understood how fighters fight for 10 plus years or 5 years or whatever the case may be, and don't do things like keep their hands up. Those are fundamental flaws that a trainer shouldn't have to tell you. But even Lucas Brown was embarrassed of his own performance. He was talking about how it won't happen again and how it looked so bad. Um, that could have been just Dillian Whyte being so good and not Lucas Brown looking so bad. But there's some things that Lucas Brown did that were sort of embarrassing. Like I said, keeping his hands down. Um, you know, but Dillian Whyte, man, he looked phenomenal in that fight, and you gotta give him the credit. You can't just say Lucas Brown wasn't there. He had his time and he came up short. And the better man won that night. So we're gonna see where Lucas Brown goes from here, man. Obviously, he isn't done. He still has the hunger for it. So we're gonna see where Lucas Brown goes from here, man. There's still a lot of fights in heavyweight division. I mean, a lot of these elite level fighters take losses. Look at Arthur Spilka. He just got knocked out by Adam Wrowski, another guy from Poland who's undefeated. There's a lot of fighters take losses, bro. And even look at Luis Ortiz. He took a loss. Though, I mean, those fighters, Will Spilka got beat. He got beat pretty bad. It wasn't really close. Ortiz actually did pretty good, but he lost. Like I said, man, I mean, these top fighters, you win some, you lose some, man. He wins some, you lose some. So we're gonna see where Brown goes from here, man. I really want to see where his career goes. I think he still has the image of a top fighter, and it's really interesting to see the guy, grow in his career. The guy only has one loss. It's not a big deal. Devastating loss, but the thing is, once upon a time that was Dillian Whyte too when he fought Anthony Joshua, but he bounced back. You know what I mean? It's not how you fall, it's how you come back, baby. So we're gonna see how Lucas Brown comes, man. I'm glad he's awake. I'm glad he understands and acknowledges his weaknesses and doesn't say things like, "Oh, he got lucky." Nah, man. He faces reality and says, "This is what happened. I'm sorry." So let me know how you guys feel about that. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace.